flex the horse to the inside, the harder it is to move their hips that way. So we're not trying to use a lot of flex, just a softening of the inside bend. Now what she'll try to do is she'll try to tilt her ear a little bit and straighten her bend out through his neck. So you say you're not going to do that either. Okay, straight down the rail. Start trotting, I want to haunches in, hands up. That's when she's going to sit down. Now haunches in, right knee low, go for it. Haunches in, right knee low. I love that you caught it because you didn't feel your haunches in. Go around the other side. Go around the other side. Make sure you feel that haunches in before you low, because that's exactly what you did. You said, this is not going to work. She's not giving me my hip yet. So you're figuring it out. Now lots of haunches in before you low. Lots of haunches in. Bumper mount. Bumper mount. Now low. Now low. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. There you go. There you go. 20-meter circle. Keep that haunches, think about your left leg back holding that haunches in on a 20-meter circle. You're not going to get a haunches in, but you're going to keep your left leg back just to make sure she doesn't swing it there, so she doesn't swing out behind. There you go. Now she's tracking up in a true low. And there she tried to get you good. Block her with your right leg when she does that, and you lift your right rein, but make sure you keep your left leg back so she doesn't swing her hip out. There you go. There you go. Good. 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 And trot. Keep that left leg on. Go down the fence. Haunches in. Lift that right rein. Keep your hands. Now bumper with your left rein so her nose comes in. Bumper with your left there. Now bend. Don't let her change her nose back to the left when you bump it. Hold the shoulders left. Haunches in. Crank her. Crank her. Go to the other side. Good. Go to the other side. If she refuses, stop her, make her do a haunches in. Yep, haunches in. Haunches in. There, there, there. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Stop. Make her turn on the forehand. There, get that hip. There you go. There you go. There you go. Stop right there. Stop right there. Move her hips only. That way. Lift your right rein. Lift your right rein. Move that hip. Don't kick her with that right leg for any reason. There. There. It's okay. Everything's fine because she's trying to move her hips. Move it again. There. There. Very good. See, you let the fence. That's all right to use the fence. She can't go anywhere if the fence is there. Good. Head on her. Head on her. Walk her forward. We keep getting control of that hip because here's what will happen. She'll get real good to your left leg, and then she'll start changing to your right leg a little bit. But she has a natural way of going with the bend around her left. So we need to work a lot on that right side to get that bend so that hip. And when you place that hip where it's supposed to be, when she steps up and she steps on her left rear foot and you push, that's the perfect time to low. She actually goes from a haunches in right now to a low, and that's not the correct way to low a horse, but you have to do that on her while until so she quits swinging into your leg when she starts to take off. And see, I have to appreciate what you've done because you've taken a horse that says, okay, I don't want to do this bend, and you have a way, somehow you've got her to get into the right leg correctly with the wrong bend. That's hard to do. That's very hard to do. So, but that's why you see that little waddle when she's loping, because she says, okay, but I'm going to keep my rib over here as I'm loping to the right in a canter bend with a correct lead. That's tough for a person to do. I don't think I can get a horse to do that. So you've done a great job of getting that done. But what you want to say now, I've got this hard stuff done. Let's do it with the correct bend and make it easier on both of them. When you feel that nice smoothness of that lope, you've got it. Every time you feel it start to get choppy is what she's doing. She's testing your inside leg and her hips. So you got to say, oh, I know what that is. And that's what you were doing over here. I'm so proud of you right over. It's not about getting the low. What I love to watch people do, my part to educate people is to feel when it's not right. The goal is not to get in the low when you're training horses or getting ready for things. The goal is for me to teach my students the right feel. She caught a horse perfect right. This horse tried, she had her for a minute, she was trying to ask. As soon as she asked, the horse switched her bend. The horse switched the bend and you said, absolutely not. That doesn't feel correct to me anymore. So you said, not gonna happen. There's no hurry to do this. I'm gonna get my haunches back. We worked to that side, you got her haunches in. It took her a little while to load, but she was in the correct position. So when she took off, she was correct. It's so hard to let a horse take off wrong and then fix them. It's much easier to start from the beginning. I need it this way to start, and once they get this, well, this is a lot easier. But when we're fighting, say, no, I need that pin back. Now you've done it enough. When you came around the corner here, one time she started changing her bend right here. You press with your inside leg and lift your right rein. She says, oh, I know what the feeling. I know what that means now. So she'll just shove her root back over as your left leg stays back. That's very good. Start trotting on a 20-meter circle to your left. Work. Hey, right leg down. This is their good side. This is 95% or 85% of them are lefties. Good job. Up the hill. Up the hill. Up the hill. Good. Good. Now I want you to take hold of your right rein just a little bit more. Take hold of your right rein as you keep her nose to the left. So when you touch her with your right rein, she's going to try to switch her nose to the right, which that's what your inside rein says. No, I'm not going to let go of the inside rein, so you can't switch there. Now keep your hands up, because she did what you asked her to do. You touched her with your right rein, she tried to come down. What you want to say, I want you to bring your nose in and stay up. I don't want you to go down there. Hands up again. When she falls down, I want you to lift her back up. So now, every other stride, up the hill, up the hill, up the hill, there, up the hill, 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 nose left, up the hill, 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 up against the back, there, up the hill, up the hill, up the hill, good, up the hill, you're doing great, keep going, this is good for it, up the hill, 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 up outside rein, brings the nose in a little bit. Up the hill, up the, there, good, up the hill, up the hill, up the hill, up the hill. Go right back into it. Man, we're working you today, aren't we? Woo-hoo! Half halt, left knee low, go for it. Up the hill. Now get real soft with her in the up the hill. Get real soft with her in the up the hill. If she goes down, say, I'm not going to be soft. You didn't do that to me. Good. Wait on it, wait on it, wait on it. A little more contact with both reins now. Leg stays on, right leg stays on, seat bone keeps swinging. Seat bone keeps pushing through that. Right leg has to stay on consistently. And trot up the hill. Hold, trot, 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 good. Come across the diagonal from there, F to H. Short both reins now, short both reins. Make that contact. There's the great nose. Say, give me a vertical nose, Mama. Give me that vertical nose. Don't you start swishing when you give me that vertical nose. There you go. So you're not going to swish around with your rear end when you give me a vertical nose. She's trying to escape through the rest of her body. Right rein lift. Make the turn. Now down the rest, she's going to try to wander a lot because we're making more connection. Do a hunches in now without much rein. Short rein. Hold it. Bump your reins. Bump both reins. Say, give me your nose. Quit pushing on my hands when I'm asking for a haunches in. Lift your right rein softly. There. There. Release it. Go around the corner. Take a hold of that nose. There you go. Take a hold of that nose. Good. Take a hold of that nose. Good. Drive with your feet. Drive with your feet. Drive with your feet. Left foot, not right foot. She kicked her hip. Your front end was right. She said, I'm just going to swing my hip out and escape. Her back feet hit the block, not your front feet. So you're going to say, why are you disrespecting my left leg? You took a hold of her face. She said, I'm going to avoid you. I'm going to let my hip swing out. Good. Hold her. Hold her. Say, quit doing that. Hold that hip. Drive it back over. Get mad at her when she's done. You want to say to her, listen, this isn't about softness anymore. You're challenging me too much. I'm going to stab you with that foot until you get a little, if she gets a little sore in her left rib, I wouldn't care. She needs to be sore in her left rib. Don't soften your hands to get her. That's not going to work. She's got to get soft to your foot. There you go. Move that hip. Move that hip. There you go. Move that hip. There. Now release it. Keep that hip from swinging out on those corners. When you make that turn, what's she going to do? She says, okay, my nose is right, but I'm going to swing my hip out. Keep that left leg in there. So you're not going to swing that hip on me ever. There, good.